Hello everybody and welcome to our video today, which talks about Chapter 12, Social Stratification. Alright, so social stratification is a system of rank in a society. Alright, and the functionalism theory states that the social stratification is necessary for the society to have a harmonious equilibrium. Alright, so we have socioeconomic status, which is ascribed, and that is involuntarily achieved by race and gender and stuff like that, okay? Then we have social class, which is a category of people with a shared socioeconomic status. We have prestige, which is the respect or importance to a specific occupation. We have power, which is the capacity to influence people. We have anomie, which is the lack of social norm or the breakdown of social bonds in a society. Then we have strain theory, which is how the anomic behavior conditions lead to deviance in a society. We have social capital, which is the benefit provided by having a social network. Meritocracy, which is the advance up the social ladder based on intellect. We have social mobility, which acquires a higher level of employment by achieving credentials. And finally, we have poverty, which is relative to the population, but you can also have absolute poverty, which means you have no life necessities. Now, I know this may seem like a bunch of definitions, which in this case there are. However, these are important definitions through this chapter that you might need to apply to a passage. And I thought about maybe not even doing a video if I'm just going to talk about these definitions, but I thought maybe, hearing them may help you remember, and, you could kind of use the video that way. So yes, this is a very definitions-based video for this chapter. Some more important things over here. We have relative deprivation theory, which talks about people seek to have what others possess, and they believe that they lack resources. And of course, this is all relative, but that is the relative deprivation theory. Then we have social reproduction, which is the passing on of social inequality to other generations. We have social exclusion, which is the powerlessness when an individual feels alienated from a society. We have spatial inequality, which is the social stratification across territories. And we have globalization, which is when you have integrated economies that include foreign societies. And this leads to increased poverty due to the cheaper labor that you can acquire. Now a little bit for the epidemiology aspect of this chapter. So we have incidence, which is the number of new cases of a disease per population at risk. Then we have prevalence, so the amount that that disease, has prevailed, is the number of new cases of diseases per that population at risk. Then you have mortality, which is the death caused by a certain disease. But then we also have morbidity, which is the degree of illness associated with the disease. So there's a difference there in those words. Then we also have the Affordable Care Act, which tries to increase the health insurance coverage so that the deaths can be lowered. And then we have Medicare, which covers people older than 65 years old. And we have Medicaid, which covers based on financial needs, okay? So as I said, those are lots of definitions, but they're important for this chapter. So please watch this video and learn all of these definitions. And hopefully when you're reading a passage, when you're doing your practice questions, you'll be able to pinpoint, some of these words and theories, and just overall understanding of these concepts will be applied through passages. So I will see you in our next video.